What's up, everybody? It is your sis and your friend Crystal Whitaker right here on the Morning Jam podcast, where we talk about any and everything. Personal, old snaps and claps. It's a dang good day to talk about a few things. So let's get into it. Everybody, it is your sis and your friend Crystal Whitaker right here on the Morning Jam podcast. And you know how we do it. We are here loving it, showing some love, uplifting, showing that light, bringing out that light that's all within all of us, being that shoulder to lean on, that hand to hold whenever we are in need of anything that's going on in not only mine, but your life, all of our lives together. Most important thing, keeping God first in all we do. I want to welcome to the show my super guest on today, Miss Ebony Hall. What's up?
What's up? Thank you so much for having me.
Listen, it is such a blessing to have you, because when I seen you on Facebook, for some reason I have no idea where you and the another, I can't even think of the other young lady's name come across my screen. And on Facebook, I always connect. And I think it's really God connected me with beautiful women that's out here being a boss and just positive, motivating. That's awesome. And being like an inspiration to everybody, the younger and the older ladies alike. So it's a blessing. So welcome to the Morning Jam podcast.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Listen, I'm glad you're excited to be here. So I want to get into this because, I want to know about you. We want to know about Ebony Hall, the beauty influencer and what is it, life coach?
I am a beauty educator and life coach.
Yes. So what did all, we're going to start from the beginning. Tell us where you're from and what you do.
So my name is Ebony again. And I am I was born in Chicago.
Okay, Chi-Town.
The Windy City. Born there, but I was raised in Atlanta.
Okay.
So when I was, I wasn't even one when my parents decided to move to the Black Mecca, which is Atlanta. We moved here. I guess they said, it was just a lot of possibilities, a lot of opportunities for Black people, and I've been here ever since.
So now, did the whole family move here, or you just moved here by yourself?
No, my whole family.
A whole family. Wow.
Well, yeah. So my mom, my dad, and my sisters, my brother, everybody is here.
Nice.
But I do have a lot of family that's still in Chicago and kind of spread it out as well in other places. Yep.
Nice. How often do you get back to the Chi?
Wow. What's so crazy is I just came back, but I was there my husband had to speak there, and I was able to see a lot of my family while I was out there. So yeah, I get to go back every now and then, not too often as I would like. But yeah, last time I went, I really enjoyed myself.
Absolutely. So how is Atlanta and Chicago, how are they different?
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, I love Atlanta. I love the A. First of all, I mean, it's my home. The differences I would say is, first of all, the weather.
Right. Yeah.
It is very cold in Chicago.
Absolutely.
It's very windy. But here, I don't know. I think the people are cool. They're friendly. But Georgia, I think, is a little bit more friendly. But I would also say that it's also a melting pot. Mm-hmm. So people come here from different places.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's even rare to even meet a native from Atlanta. Like
exactly.
Because there's just so many people that are, just want to be in the A.
They call us transplants. So I'm a transplant too. I'm from Arkansas. A. So.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people moving here. Traffic is horrific.
Hot mess.
Okay.
It's a hot mess, y'all. Along with the weather.
Yes.
Like for Arkansas, the weather, it's hot and you can actually breathe in it. Georgia weather, it smothers you.
Oh, yeah. It's humid.
Gosh, it's terrible.
It's something else. Yeah.
So let's get into the beauty educator.
Yeah.
So how did you get into that?
Wow, that's a good question. Well, so I'm going to start with the beginning, I guess. Well, I'm a master cosmetologist, a licensed master cosmetologist. And I went to Paul Mitchell, the school Isani, out in Alpharetta. I went to that school, but even prior to me going there for training and stuff like that, I had a cosmetology program in high school.
Awesome.
And so I was able to get hours there. When I left high school, I already knew what I wanted to do.
Really?
Yeah. Hair and makeup was just, it was simple for me.
Yeah.
It was just very simple. I enjoyed it. I love how it made women feel.
Absolutely.
So after high school, I graduated. I went to Paul Mitchell. I loved it there. I got extensive training there in color. I learned about skin, nails, everything. And it was great. And then I went straight to the salon. And I realized I really love hair, but I was starting to play with makeup. I felt like I was just naturally good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I don't know. I've just been doing it ever since, but I guess how did I get into education? I don't know. I think it was more, I like doing hair and I like doing makeup, but I got to a point where I wasn't fulfilled.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Just being behind the chair.
Yeah.
I've been in the industry probably about 16 plus years.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I don't know. I just got to a point where I'm like, I feel like God was pushing me from behind the chair, which was like, it was just scary to me because
I would say frightening. Yeah. Frightening can be like really terrifying.
Because, I think it's one thing to serve behind a chair. It's one-on-one.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's different. I was a person, I just didn't like spotlight. I was, just kind of low key. And I think behind the scenes was something that I got comfortable in. So it just worked perfectly. So, but I guess I got into education because, even though my passion went away from doing it behind the chair, I still loved how women felt when they felt made up. And so I was just like, wow. And a lot of the women that were attracted to me were busy, successful women, and they didn't know how to put a look together.
Yeah.
And
how did you handle that though? Like, did you already have yourself prepared? Okay, so I know what a busy, successful woman should look like. Yeah. So how was that when they were coming at you like that? So.
It was different. I was like, oh wow. I just noticed, their schedules, they want to be in and out, right? They're very when it comes to time management, I had to respect their schedules and they respected mine. And so that's the reason why I fell in love with them.
Yeah.
First of all, because, they got stuff to do. Yeah. And I got stuff to do. I ain't want to be in the salon all day long. So,
absolutely.
We just have an understanding. But yeah, they're busy and I could relate to them.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways too. Being a mother, a wife, a pastor's wife, business owner. Like I could relate to the many different hats and roles. And look, I got stuff to do. So it's just, I would have them in and out. And that's what kept bringing them, they would come to me and be like, oh my gosh, she told me you could do my makeup in 30 minutes. Like I could be in and out. And I'm like, yeah. And that's just how it is, how it started with those women.
How did you get to the point of knowing how to, because me, I love my makeup.
Yeah.
And I get like questions on the tote that I carry with my makeup all the time.
Yeah.
Me. So how did you learn to do makeup within just 30 minutes? Because that's a quick time to put, even if you're putting lashes on, concealer, doing the brows, coloring up the lips,
I'm gonna tell you, it took time. It took years. I think as me becoming a beauty educator, I think it was really about the experience, the exposure, the training. Even though I went to Paul Mitchell Isani, I always wanted to take continued education. So classes, celebrity classes, or local artists that were big in the area, I would take their classes. So I really just got a lot of time and a lot of experience under my belt. And I don't know, and it just came naturally. And that's what I would recommend if somebody is wanting to get in the beauty industry and teach that maybe your ultimate goal, I just say, just get that time in. You know what I'm saying? Pay your dues.
Now, see, listen, that's good because one, like I told you when we're coming in, like I'm a makeup artist too. So I want to get into that and I want to know. So that's a wonderful thing, our connection too, for being under someone like you, I would so enjoy.
Oh, wow.
So enjoy. Like for real. I'm being real. Like
wow.
I need the lessons. Even though I'm like a natural, okay, I know how to put on makeup. I know how to put on concealer. I know how to shape the nose. I know all of that. So there's always room for growth. There's always room for improvement. So I always consider myself, okay, there's more growth for me to do. There's no more learning, more classes that I need to, even though I haven't been in a class, shame on me. Oh, I have been in class. I've been in a couple of classes.
Okay.
Crystal, you forgot.
Yes.
But anyway, so it will definitely be an honor to sit up under you and definitely learn. Because you've been in the industry for like 14 plus years.
Yeah.
So you got that underneath you.
And
so tell me, how do I go about getting in the class? What I need to have?
What, in my classes or just in general?
Yours.
Oh, wow.
We're here for you. We're not everybody else.
It really is. I would start by just working together, just kind of seeing how you flow. And then you kind of watching how I flow when it comes to events or anything that I do. In Atlanta. But yeah, girl, it's just kind of what it looks like is maybe a sitting down, having a cup of coffee, maybe over some lunch or breakfast or whatever, and just kind of talking about, girl, you stupid.
We got to set the date.
No, it just really looks like just sitting down and getting to know one another and me just kind of letting you know what my MO is in this business. I think, I don't know. I think you can have the skills, the technical skills. I think that's awesome, and I think that anybody can have that. But it's a lot of other things that we need.
One is the passion. One is that push, that strive. Because for me, I have the passion for it, but it's always that fear that holds me back from a lot of things.
Oh wow.
Like for real.
I can relate to that.
Like, God, I know I can do this. I know I'm good at this. But this fear that keeps holding me back from what I need to accomplish and where I need to be. Because I'm ready to get off this 9 to 5 and be an entrepreneur, business woman. And knowing that, listen, this is the steps I need to take to get there.
Yes.
And I know that you can help me with that.
Girl, listen. I have been there. And then I'm still in that process of walking in faith with my business. But yeah, girl, look, we're gonna connect and work together. But yeah, it definitely takes passion. Just knowing how to treat people.
Oh yeah.
I think a lot of people, especially in our industry, and you'll see in Atlanta, there are a lot of fortunate places and people to work with, but then there's a lot of ugliness out here as well.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people that do bad business, or they, jump over each other to make it to the top
instead of like making it together.
Yeah,
like we both
instead of making it together,
don't be greedy. We can both eat.
Yeah, we both can eat.
Yeah.
I think it's enough, people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think, I just do different business. I'm all about great customer service.
Oh yes.
Just knowing how to treat people, knowing how to talk to people. I think those are some really key things that I look for when it comes to people working with me or alongside with me. So yeah, I think those are like maybe 2 or 3 things that I really look for. And of course, just flexibility.
Absolutely, yeah.
And again, I think going back to what we were saying, just being willing to learn. Yeah. Right? So I have one way, my aesthetic is a certain way. That's not to say you have to adopt my aesthetic, but it's to say, we both can, you can look at mine, I can look at yours, and we can, whoever you're studying under or watching, you can take gems and things and, whatever and make it your own. But yeah, I think being even open to learning and training and
there's one thing that I love that you said. I love to help revitalize business women with mindful beauty routines to ignite their soul and purpose.
Yes.
That's powerful in the words right there.
You think so?
Give it to me where you got that knowledge right there.
Yes. So for me, like I was telling you earlier, makeup and hair I wasn't feeling as fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
And what it was is I felt like it is beyond, for me, it just became beyond hair and makeup. It became beyond, like, my passion went beyond just makeup tools and playing around. It was more about what some of the things, or a lot of the things that a lot of the women would come and sit down in my chair to talk about, is just bossy, successful business women, and maybe ones that are aspiring to be successful.
Yeah.
But all of us pretty much struggle with that. I don't know, just our worthiness, just being worthy and deserving. You know, and I started with the beauty routines because I feel like it's just that time in the morning, that small time, that small window in the morning where you can really be very intentional with yourself and especially with God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I created something based upon what I do. I help women, just become more at ease and relax and spend more time with themselves with just skincare, with a mindful skincare routine, with a mindful beauty routine. And that just means just kind of taking your time, looking at yourself in the mirror, prayer, meditation, just being able to connect with your face and your body and just slowing down. Right. And I think that's one of the things that I think we don't do enough, especially women. We always, whether you're married or not, or kids or not, it's just, we're always running
in a hurry,
doing stuff for everybody else, always in a hurry. And we put ourselves last. So I'm just really big on self-care when it comes to women. And I feel like if I could get them to slow down for 10 to 15 minutes doing a makeup routine, I think then that's some impact. Like, that's showing them, okay, well, maybe I need to add in something else. Or maybe I need to find a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I, that's how I fell in love with plants and stuff. When I slowed down, I was just like, man, I love plants, but that's my goal, really, is for women to slow down so they can really, there's a lot of successful women out here that are still not fulfilled. And I was one of them.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just getting them to just, like I said, just be still and figuring out what makes you feel alive is really cool.
Now, is there with all of the beauty educator that you do, is there, and especially like you said in the morning where we need to sit down and just give ourselves some time, is there where you go into depth of what you need to use on your face to make you feel relaxed?
Oh yeah. That is like my favorite part of the of me working with women, is first of all just kind of going through what they have. I do like a video consultation. We do something like Zoom, or we meet in person, and I'm like, look, I can't teach you how to do makeup and you don't have the right tools. Right. You don't have the right products. I think why I became so passionate about it is because, the beauty industry is just giving us so many different products. Absolutely. And we're just, it's a $1 billion industry. And I have been in the bathrooms in the rooms of these women during these video calls, and they have everything and they don't know what to use.
Know what to do with it.
And they don't know, or if, they may have everything or they may not have anything. And so I just literally take them step by step, through skincare. I figure out, okay, what type of skin do you have? Because I think skincare is important. Like if you know what type of skin you have, then you can be paired with the appropriate products. Yeah. So you can't wear a hydrating primer if you have oily skin. You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. You got to do, an oil-free, minimizing, a pore minimizing primer with the oil-free moisturizer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be cohesive. And so, But yeah, I really literally walk step by step. So we go through your makeup bag. Then I'm nitpicking it, to the very bottom. So like if your pencil is not brown enough for your eyebrows, I gotta let you know, ma'am. Like, listen, we gotta go back to the store, get you a brown pencil. Anything, foundation. If the foundation is too light. Now, one of my superpowers is when it comes to makeup is, honestly, they can take a picture, a selfie in some decent lighting, and I can just match you just like that. So they'll be like, oh my God. And they'll go on the Ulta and, get the exact color. And they're like, oh my God, foundation match. So that's what I do. So I do more of a consultations first so that I can help them in the step-by-step class.
Do you like meeting them when you do that without makeup on? Like even if you if you do a Zoom or person-to-person, do you like doing it without makeup on? That way you can see?
Yeah, so I typically, I would prefer them to have on no makeup. And then while I'm talking to them, they may not know it, but I'm assessing them already. I'm already looking, okay, does she have dark circles? Does she have acne, hyperpigmentation? Is it dry? And I ask her questions. And then I also ask her not personal questions, but I try to get to her lifestyle. Like, what is your lifestyle like? Is it busy? Are you, are you a makeup person? Are you an active person? So it kind of helps me to kind of decipher on what type of routine that you need to have. Because, there's different ways we can wear makeup, right? You got glam, you got natural glam, you got minimalistic type of glam. And so there's just so many different ways and so many different looks that you can do. Absolutely, that I try to keep that. Of course, I try to cater their routine to them. You know what I'm saying?
I stayed in the natural zone for so many years. Really? My friend was like, Crystal, what are you doing? Get out of the browns. I was like, this is what I love. This is like cute on me. Yes. She's like, Crystal, put some color in it. Put some color. I was like, okay, so if I go to the color, let's do a Zoom. And we did a Zoom call and I went mixing all types of color. And I was like, okay, I am cute.
Yes. And you got color in your hair.
Absolutely. That was the only thing that was colored.
So you stick to your browns. Absolutely. What you did?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So with me, can you tell if I'm dry, oily, combination?
So I don't know if I can tell right off the bat. I just kind of ask you. So like, are you oily in certain areas?
Gotcha.
Are you dry in certain areas? And they'll be like, well, I don't know what that means. And I'm like, well, if you're dry, you will probably have patches. Your skin will probably feel tight.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. If you're oily, you're oily.
T-zone.
T-zone under eyes, like sweaty, sometimes I say, well, I could look at them and see if they have oily skin. I know for sure, with oily skin, you have like maybe bigger pores. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your body just produces more oil or whatever.
Yeah. I'm a combination.
You have beautiful skin.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I tend to say, is it your mom? No, it's my dad.
It's your dad?
It's my dad, girl. And I always said, what you use on Vaseline. Vaseline.
Do you really?
My dad used it. He that's the only thing he used. And you can hear him literally in the bathroom.
Lathering. Oh my God, no!
Why? Ever since I was a little girl, you gotta warm it up.
I mean,
why do you have to warm Vaseline up to put on your face?
That's funny. Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. Vaseline was definitely. I mean, if I have nothing, I would definitely use Vaseline.
Yeah.
For real. But yeah, so combination skin.
Combination.
Yeah, that's great. That's good.
Sometimes I'm old. Sometimes it really. Normal to dry sometimes.
Yeah.
I think it's like
I was about to say, when I looked at you, I thought you had more normal skin. Yeah. Just kind of
I say combination sometimes, but it is kind of like the leaning toward the normal too.
Yeah. And then it could be different. Like to me, skin changes with season, right? It changes with our bodies, cycles, all that girly stuff, all that stuff. So, it could be different. It really can. It can change in an instant.
Yeah, because I get my mole moves monthly. Because I get that little bump on my face there. I got to put that mole over there.
Yes. Come
We're going to
on,
cover it up a
Mo.
little bit. She appears every once in a while. Mainly
cool.
it's over here on this side.
Listen, that's funny, girl. That's hilarious.
That is funny. I'm so excited to have you. Thank you for
Yes, thank
teaching me
you.
on this.
Yes,
So
I love it.
I look forward to classes. Look forward
Yes,
to it.
we definitely have to get together. And listen, when it comes to teaching makeup and bring you along for work and stuff like that, I really get excited about this stuff. I really pour into people that because I just feel like it's just room for everybody.
Absolutely.
And I can't do everything. I can't be at every place. So I always am looking for people to, also train, but then also to work alongside with that, we can network, we can help each other.
Absolutely. It's funny that you say I can't be at one place. It remind me of work today. I work at an orthopedic clinic, and I was there by myself today for like an hour and a half. And it's like a consistent flow.
Yeah.
And the patients was here, patient was over there, patient was over there.
Yeah.
And going out the door.
Yeah.
And they was like, Crystal, I can't believe how calm you are in this, I was like, and one of my patients said, you know what, just split yourself in half.
Oh,
And we over here, I was like, I wish I could.
That would be nice.
I'm not going to pop my own collar. But, in this situation, we tend to just relax and just take it one thing at a time.
That's
and
awesome.
That is what I love to do with my makeup, because I'm really passionate on makeup, because that is my thing. In fashion, too. I love.
Really?
Yes.
That is so cool.
I love it. This is one of my Morning Jam podcasts. Today is Thursday. Impact Thursday. We're impacting one another's lives today.
Yes.
Y'all see the shirt?
Come on, shirt. I love it. I think what you're saying too, it really translates into our field. Like, like for instance, today, I'm gonna give you an example. So today I had makeup and I had to do it for this huge conference. And I mean, I'm doing it for speakers that are like probably the main speakers of this conference. And so everybody has to get done, and everybody has to be downstairs at a certain time to get started.
Yeah.
So, when that kind of coming back to back, you just gotta, you just gotta move fast, but then you also gotta be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta be calm. But you gotta know how to work swiftly at the same time. So I think that's awesome that you even have that calm, get it done skill.
Like you said, it's just like a training. Like you just train yourself, because I've been in the medical field for going on 13 years now.
Imagine.
So I know the flow of it.
Yeah.
And I know how hectic it can do if your mind get to thinking, oh my God, I'm getting out, I got too much.
Yes.
So when you get that way, you just lose control. And then
Yes. And so
yeah,
I kind of stepped away from the bridal business to build up what I'm doing currently. But I did a lot of brides, and I still do them.
Wow.
But
nice.
yeah, that's the main thing in bridal makeup. It's like, girl, you got to get them in and out, and you got to be able to deal with, if somebody's going to cut up, it's going to be the best friend, it's going to be the mama.
Right.
Somebody is going to make this day about them. Okay. Somebody not going to show up. Oh, I don't want to go. I don't want to go first. I want to go last next to the bride. Like, it's always something. Somebody left something, so y'all putting me behind, which is gonna make her behind.
Absolutely,
but so you do have to have that, like, you got to come with the spirit of just calmness and
get it done and get it done right, and just be professional.
Like, no anxiety, just a lot of the times, girl, I spend time with the Lord in the morning before work, because energies, spirit, can rub off on you. I mean, you just gotta be equipped. You gotta be ready for whatever comes.
Yeah. And I want to say this too, because one, I always say my faith has a lot. I always, in the beginning, I always said I have that crazy faith, and I know that God may look at me like I'm crazy, but I have that crazy faith.
Yeah.
And I know that God has a plan for me here.
Yes, he does.
And when I moved from Arkansas, I was like, God, I want to do this and I want to do that. So just walk me through it. Yeah. Connect me with the right people, the right women, the right clients, know. And, and it's just, he has not failed me yet.
No.
Not.
I ain't gonna lie. When you hit me up and you invited me, I loved your invitation.
Thank you.
I looked. One of the main things that really attracted me about you and your ministry was just basically you were saying how, you was talking about God and what did you say in your?
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord, no, you said. What did you say? Because you just said it today. You was basically saying that I don't know. I guess God is
did
the
I
reason.
send it to you?
You did. You sent it to my email, but basically God is the reason why you do what you do.
Okay.
You put God in the front of everything that you do. And that is what, like, I was like, oh yeah. I mean, because even in this industry or any industry, we can, make ourselves the hero of it all. And that is not, listen, I am here because of God. Right. Where I am in my career, I'm here because of God and his grace and his mercy towards me. And so I really love that about you. I was just like, wow.
You.
Yeah. People don't say that a lot. Like, this culture now, it's just all about hustling, grinding, and what I do, pull myself up by my own bootstraps. And it's like, sir, what about God though?
When the last time you gave him thanks?
Listen, and we got to be reminded every now and then because we get a little carried away. But I think that's very important. God, and I've seen that in my own life, in my own career. In my experience, God has shown me that, listen, you can't do this without me. And I mean, and once I fully was able in situations to just give him everything, I've realized too that he is more honored by faith honors him. So if us just stepping out on faith, I mean, everything just goes smooth, or it just flows, or it just comes to us. You know what I'm saying? And I've been in several instances in that, in that case where God has been there for me. Yeah. With me just jumping out. Yep.
I'm so listen. I'm like loving our relationship right now, since I know it's gonna be great, and I can't wait to.
I'm excited.
Learn more from you.
Yes, I'm excited to sit down and talk to you.
Yeah. So I want to change the topic here.
Cool.
And I want to ask you a question. And this is a topic. This was brought up to me on my job by a young lady.
Okay.
And I want to hear your side.
Okay.
So she brought to me, and the thing is, like, do you think it's good? Now you're married, so we're going to talk on I don't know if I should do the marriage side, but I'm going to ask.
Yeah.
So either it's boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband and wife. Are you cool with asking your husband or your boyfriend for an allowance? I don't even know if it's called an allowance these days. Maybe it's not. I don't know.
Am I comfortable with asking him for an allowance?
Monthly now. This is coming to you monthly.
A monthly allowance. Okay, so the only reason why I don't know how I feel about it, because the way I was raised, okay, I got to give you a little backstory. So my mom was a homemaker.
Okay.
And it was 4 of us. And so my mom she wasn't really her own individual. Her kids were her life, right? So for me, I grew up in that. So how I am now is because of my background back then. Like, I saw my mom when we got older, she didn't know what to do because she didn't have nothing, so I feel like like being your own individual, making your own money. I mean, I guess you can kind of see where I'm going. I'm a big, I don't know if I necessarily feel like I should ask you for money. Even if say if it's a boyfriend girlfriend thing, I feel like, then now I feel like when you meet the right person, when you meet the right man, I think that he's just going to do things that you don't have to ask him to do. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm struggling with my bills, he's gonna be like, "Here, baby, I need you, pay for your."
Now this is a boyfriend and girlfriend thing, right?
This is a boyfriend. I feel like if you find a man that loves you and that wants you, he's going to already show you the example of. You know what I'm saying? Of like what it would be like if we were husband and wife. Like he's gonna start, making you feel secure. He's gonna want you to feel, you know what I'm saying? Feel secure. Yeah. So I kind of feel like that's on him. I feel like it should be like something that he does, but I don't know necessarily if it should be like, hey babe,
should it be a conversation?
Huh?
Should it be a conversation for the girlfriend to go to the boyfriend? Like, come on, like, babe,
I don't
let me set you down for
I
a
don't know how
minute.
I feel about that. Now I think when me and Daryl, me and my husband, we come to an agreement. Like, it's like, okay.
Now, was this before or after?
I'm saying this is after when we got married.
Okay.
Before, he was helping me. So if I was struggling or something like that, he'll help me.
Okay.
But I didn't feel like I necessarily was like needing an allowance. So I kind of feel like, no, like,
She's like,
handle your own.
No.
And if he come through, then receive it. I mean, if you need it, I guess, but I don't know about an allowance though. I don't know how I feel about that one.
Listen, when I heard this, because when it like,
I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm from Arkansas. I'm a small town country girl, and when I moved here, it was so different things that I'm learning. I'm like,
Really?
what? I've been missing out. What?
No, you're
It's
like
just different things. I'm like on another level with like, I'm like, for real.
allowance.
But an allowance. Listen. I don't even know what to say about it either. So
I don't even know if I want to be able to have. I want to be able to make my okay. Everybody's probably not able to do that, but you should be at a point where you grinding and you work. Y'all
But
both.
what if they're both? What if she have a job and he has a job and she still wants an allowance monthly?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, you need to work. You need to pick up an extra shift, and you need to, make it happen. But unless he just give it, that's one thing. Mm-hmm. But I don't know about that one.
That's
I don't know if I would ask my
never
boyfriend for allowance. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
I've never thought about that.
Oh, okay,
that was
'cause
my
I'm like-
first time ever hearing. I'm like, what?
Is that
And they was
bizarre or
like,
what?
are you for real? I was like, no.
I just really would love the man's perspective. Like, what does he think about that? Like, I don't know. I don't.
Ask your husband for a allowance.
I am. As soon as I get a call, I'll be like,
Babe, cannot get an allowance.
yeah. But even like, I'm thinking, even that we're married, like we both bring income in. I'm like, no, we need to sit down and agree what is going to be my amount and what's going to be your amount. But it ain't no like, hey, baby, please, can I have $500 a month? No, not if I'm working as now.
so extra.
If she's a homemaker, that may be different, right? I think it's different for different folks. If she's a homemaker and she's at home, maybe, but even still, I don't know. I just don't even like how that sounds.
I love
don't.
it, Ebony. Listen, because when I heard it, I was like,
Yeah,
you should have seen. I was like, what?
yeah. Like,
And then like the two girls was like, yeah, he should give you money like monthly. I was like, wait a minute. Like, so how much should this money be monthly? You will,
but I ain't gonna lie.
you
I
wanna
feel like if you
know?
going through some stuff and y'all in love and he not really helping, I think that's a little trash. But that's my opinion. I kind of feel like if y'all kind of in it,
okay, even the amount was like, it shouldn't be no less than $200.
No less than oh my god. No, she need to get a job. Another
Well, she
one.
got a job, like for real. Like what? I don't know. I was totally lost on that, and I was like, Crystal, I had to come, bring that to you today.
Thank you. I mean, that was interesting. Mm-hmm. That was an interesting question. I just,
So what's the end answer for you?
No, make your own money.
Okay.
And if he wants to support you, let him do that. But girl, handle your own. Like
It's lovely, ain't it?
Yes. Girl, listen.
Hey, get my hair done. You know it's gonna cost you about $200, $300, $400. Get this sew in.
Now, okay. So that's different from an allowance. I'll be like, babe, that's different. Hey, can you get my hair done? If you say yeah, I'll be like, okay, well, can you is this an every month thing? Is this like every 2 weeks? If he's willing to do that, okay. But no, not an allowance. I don't even know how I don't even like that sound. I don't even like the word.
I didn't either. I said that's kind of childish to me.
Okay. So we on the same page.
Yeah. But I say, if he want to give it to you,
listen.
no, ladies.
If hubby said my budget was $2,000, $3,000 a month, I'm be like, come on, give it to me. Thank you.
I know. Thank you.
Thanks,
you. Babe. Well, it has been amazing to have you, Miss Ebony Hall. Thank you for that answering of the allowance. We may have a part 2.
Listen,
bring in some more ladies
about that thing.
Yes, you did, because you was like, looked at me like, what? Like, for real? Like, you have heard it right here on the Morning Jam podcast with your sister and your friend Crystal Whitaker with my super guest Ebony Hall. Yay. Thank you so much for being here, sis. You guys, I want to share this book right here. It is out. You guys go support. I was going to go show support some. I don't know what I was going to say. Show Miss Ebony Hall, husband Daryl Hall. It is speaking across generations, like all generations. All generations are down here. Yes. Like, go get this book, support this young man. He will be on the show. Woo! Yes, that's gonna be cool. I'm gonna have to read this and get into this. So, yeah,
it's $20, y'all.
$20. Tell them where they can go get it. Tell them where they can connect with you, and then get your husband.
Okay, so you can go to my website at www.ebonyhall.com. And then you can also find me on Instagram, Beauty, and Ebony Hall on Facebook. So you'll see beauty, family, and plants and all that type of stuff.
Yes, she's amazing, you guys. Go check her out. Support this young lady. She is great. Can't wait, because it's going to be some blessings on blessings from us.
Yes.
All right, you guys, you heard it, and we are out of here. Stay connected with your sister friend Crystal Whitaker right here on the Morning Jam podcast. Huge shout out to WadeWorksStudios. Thank you, the CEO, G. Wade. You guys connect with him if you want shoot your podcast, record your book audio, do all that good stuff. Connect with him. He's on Facebook, IG, under Gary Wade, right? Yes. WadeWorks Studios on IG and WadeWorks Studios 1. Connect with him, you guys. He'll hook you up. And we out of here. Bye.
Peace.
If you enjoyed this podcast, tune in each week on thinkingoutloudnetwork.com. Be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share with your friends and family. Until next time, peace.